Let's know about dead space today. Dead space is the volume of air that is inhaled that does not take part in the gas exchange because it either remains in the conducting airways or reaches the alveoli that are not perfused or poorly perfused. So, in other words, not all the air in each breath is available for the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. So, dead space is the volume of ventilated air that do not participate in gas exchange. There are two types of dead space. One is anatomical dead space, another one is alveolar dead space. The anatomical dead space is the volume of air in the conducting airway, that is from nose to terminal bronchioles, that do not participate in gas exchange. It is about 30% of the tidal volume. So volume of the dead space is 150 ml, which is 30% of the tidal volume, which is 500 ml. So coming to the alveolar dead space, it is the volume of air in the respiratory zone, that is from respiratory bronchiole to alveoli, that do not participate in gas exchange. It can be either non-perfused alveoli or poorly perfused alveoli. Alveolar dead space is negligible. Therefore, the total of physiological dead space is equal to anatomical dead space. That is, the physiological dead space volume will be 150 ml. The dead space volume is increased in case of VQ mismatch defects and diffusion defects. So we have anatomical dead space and alveolar dead space. So anatomical dead space is the volume of air in the conducting airways that do not participate in the gas exchange. It is about 150 ml. Alveolar dead space is the volume of air in the respiratory zone that do not participate in the gas exchange. That is because of the poorly perfused alveoli or non-perfused alveoli. But this is negligible. So the physiological dead space would be equal to the anatomical dead space, that is 150 ml. The dead space volume can be calculated from the Bose equation. The formula for calculating dead space volume is equal to tidal volume into partial pressure of CO2 in the arterial blood minus partial pressure of CO2 in the expired air divided by partial pressure of the CO2 in the arterial blood. There is no CO2 in the inspired air. So dead space by tidal volume is equal to 40, which is the partial pressure of CO2 in the arterial blood, minus 28, which is the partial pressure of CO2 in the expired air, divided by 40, which is the partial pressure of CO2 in the arterial blood. It gives the value of 0.3. So we know the tidal volume is 500 ml. So dead space volume is equal to tidal volume into 0.3, which is 500 ml into 0.3, which is 150 ml. Factors influencing dead space. The dead space volume is determined by the size of the airway and age and sitting posture, which increases the dead space than the supine position, and position of neck and jaw. So when the neck is extended, the dead space volume increases by 143 ml. When the neck is flexed, it decreases by 73 ml. And the lung volume at the end of inspiration and the tidal volume. It all influences the dead space volume. Clinical significance. Dead space volume is increased in cases of perfusion defects, that is in cases of high VQ ratio where there is poor perfusion. For example, in cases of pulmonary embolism or any tumor occluding the pulmonary vessels. And the dead space is increased in case of emphysema because of damage to the alveolar walls, and then also in pneumonia and ARDS because of the accumulation of fluid in the alveoli, and in mechanical ventilation. Thank you.